Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 3 of Final Fate's REV Lunatic Ironman. So, yeah, the votes are in. We got, 24 or 25 votes. Um, and it's about 58% for Season 3, and, what would that be? 42% roughly for, Season 2 continuation. Um, Hey, man, that's pretty cool. President Bush is wishing me Happy New Year. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's still not New Year's over here. I mean, you're in Canada, so it's not New Year's over there either. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess in what, like, around 8 hours, something like that. Yeah. So the vote has been in. And like I said, now I did realize that near the end, like apparently from yesterday to today, more people have actually been voting in favor of continuing season two, but it's still a pretty big gap. It's like I said, out of about 25 votes, like I said, it's about close to 60 to 40, which is still a bigger gap than you'd think. Because I think in order to change that, you would need how many more votes would you need? Let's see, if 60% of, we'll say about 25 is that's what, like 15 or something. I mean, it's not a number you can easily divide into that, so I would need like a calculator or something to see that. But I would assume it's something like that. So um, if you wanted, you know, that would mean that there's about 10 people or so, maybe a little more, a little bit less, that are voting for. Well, not 15 out of 25 is what, 3/5. Yeah, it was about 3/5. Hey, King of Slimes. Yeah, so I'd say there's about 3/5 of the people voted in favor of season three, whereas about 2/5 voted for continuing season two, which means there's a difference of about what 5 people. So yeah, you would need another few people to actually vote. You would need like another 5 people to vote, 5, 6 people to vote in favor of continuing the run in order for it to win. Now, all these hairstyles just suck. But yeah, we can go with this. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll stick with this. Most the same as usual. Again, same build as usual. I know people will always ask me, "Oh, what build do you do?" I'm literally doing the same thing. Literally doing the same thing. Maybe once I beat Rev, and then maybe I come back later to play, Rev Ironman again. Then I might do a different build. I might, I don't know, make him an armor or something. But as long as I'm attempting this run, it's gonna be the same build. So let's knock this out. There's gonna be that one person who's like, "Hooray, Gunter is back!" Like, who cares about Gunter? Who freaking cares about Gunter? Wait, did I announce that I'm live? I think I did. Okay, yeah, I did. New run? You know the saying, another Sakura for the, a new Sakura, new run, new Sakura. That's what it should be. But yeah, you can check the results of the poll. You know, I was, oh jeez, that's not gonna get us where we need to go, is it? Why can I not go over here? That's not right. It depends, but they could just block me off. We'll see how it goes, but I really should be able to move down here. Because this often, they'll get, like, stuck on me, and that's actually really bad. Yeah, I think that's the boss right there, and, he's not gonna get himself killed, which is not good.
Sorry.
Is that the boss? If that's the boss, then this run might already be over. Okay, no, this is the boss. Okay, so we might still be able to pull that off. I found this not very easy to lose your Ironman, assuming you didn't abuse the EXP Azura for the prologue. It is very, very easy to lose this chapter, actually. It's very easy to win it, but it's also very easy to lose it. Because, you know, because the thing is, you're actually on a very tight time limit. Think about it. You're on a very tight time limit. So if you do something slightly wrong, and that's why I was a little bit worried there, because it's like, oh crap. I usually am one tile down, because what can happen here is if the AI moves in such a certain way that maybe you miss like a 90% or, you know, they just move in a weird way, then someone else will just block off the tile and the boss won't attack you. And you need to kill things as fast as possible, because you only have 5 turns to do this. Only 5 turns. So they're not very lenient when it comes to this. They're not very lenient at all. They're not lenient at all. So you gotta be very careful. Yeah, this is not the greatest. Because, let's see. 14 damage, 14, 15. We should be okay. We should, because this guy will not hit us. He's not gonna hit us. Another one does 5 damage. Wait, that's 5 and then, like, 7. Okay. Yeah, Corrin might be in trouble. It really depends on the AI moves. I don't know how the AI is gonna move. Corrin's just low on health, and I don't like that. Yeah, no, this is actually a really bad situation to be in, right here. Because Azura could take this hit. She could, but there's also the boss that could try to dual strike. I don't know how we got ourselves into this mess. I genuinely don't. Because that's the thing, I don't know who moves first. If the boss moves first, then, you know, that's not a problem. If this guy moves first, though, then Corrin could just die. I don't actually know how this works. The Dragonstone, I believe, does not kill. At least the boss. Although, at least if you use the Dragonstone here, you save a hit. Let's see. 14 plus 7. Is that... Hold on, let me check this. So that's 21 damage. This is 22 damage. Yeah, that's not a kill. Although I don't think it's a kill either way. So, it's actually probably better to use the Dragonstone here. Because at least that way, unless it misses 94%, Azura and Corrin should both be fine. Okay, good. So yeah, I don't know why this went as weird as it did, but we managed to get through that.
Yes.
Very good level, very good level. Okay, I mean, that looks pretty bad, but it's not really that bad. Because I can just go and... Yeah, look at this. This is a kill. And if we miss this, we can dance. Now, if that misses, we're in trouble. But we shouldn't be missing 2 9% in a row, especially... Game? Stop doing this. Please? Please, let me hit. Please? This is a 94%. Come on.
We've got trouble.
Okay, thank you. Jeez. That scared me for a second. I was like, oh, we shouldn't... We're not going to miss an 85% and then a 90%, are we? And then we did, and I'm like, this is concerning. Well, that was... that gave me a bit of a panic, but, fortunately... That was a... Yeah, it was. It was closer than I'd have liked that to be, but... I suppose so long as we managed to pull through with no deaths, then I guess that's fine. Yeah, leave it to Fate's RNG to make things closer than they need to be. Leave it to the Fate's RNG to do that. Fish. Strength and luck, okay. Rubies, berries, beans, amber, okay. What else we need? 2 missed 9%. Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, Fate's RNG is drunk half the time. Like, I mean, people always say, "Oh, but it's just single RN and double." No, it's not. It's not. Like people simplify it as that, but that's not what it is. It's for the most part that I agree, but there's like weird blips in the graph. Like, you ever seen the graph of compared to RNG? There's some anomalies on that graph that don't match either single or 2 RN. There's some areas of that graph that it doesn't match either. And I would like for those people that are trying to argue that it is just that, to argue why there's like a weird blip around like 30% hits that is like 35 or 36%. Why is it so high? Tell me. For those who defend this so much, why is this weird anomaly? How on earth do you get that in the average? Neither single or double... Well, no. Actually, double would make it lower than 30%, because that's the whole point of double hit, is to make it, like the double RG, is to make it, lower than 30%. So, I don't know how in the world they get that, because, like, it should be an average, right? So it should be somewhere between sub 30 and, 30 or whatever. But it's well above 30. So, like, what's causing that? A low stat game for Lilith. The word of the Eevee? The Eevee? What Eevee? I didn't know Eevees could talk. I'm not really that concerned about Lilith, since you rarely ever use her in REV. I mean, you rarely ever use her in any of the games, but, like, especially in REV. You just never really see anything from her. Because, I mean... Well, yeah, she never dies in REV, but it's just like... I mean, you only use her in those, castle defense maps. So, she's just kind of there. The main reason you would want to feed Lilith is not to grow her levels. I mean, yeah, if you want to, sure. But it's more so because she can give you gold bars. But even then, she doesn't give you that. She doesn't give you them that often. But still, 2 or 3 gold bars is better than 0, Like, that's still money. It's not much, but it is money. I think the fact that gold bars are so weak in Fates is also one of the reasons why you have money issues in Rev, because, just looking at like Awakening, a gold bar is worth like 1,000 gold. In this game, it's like 200. When everything costs way more, you can sell these for way less. So, stuff like that. Stuff like that is why I think, I think, Rev specifically has money issues, whereas the other two branches don't really have money issues. I mean, Birthright's Birthright. Conquest gives you largest chunks of gold, but they're more regular throughout the game. So even though it's finite in Conquest, you do still. Why is there no red? There should be some red there, but whatever. Hey, Inkling. Not much. Just restarting because, well, I'm assuming you read the poll. I'm assuming, or the community announcement. I didn't technically lose Season 2, but I wouldn't really say I won it either. Hey, Zabami. Just get the Joker and get this map over it. Trigger. You are here again. Yeah, I am. Hopefully for the last time. I mean, you know what they say, third time's the charm, right? So maybe this is it. Maybe this is the run. What happened to Season 2? I was on vacation. So, to sum things up, I didn't actually lose Season 2, but I lost Sakura, and I didn't even make her a Berserker at that point. So I held a poll to see what people thought, and about 3/5 of viewers were saying, yeah, just go do Season 3 so we can get Sakura. Thing is, though, that Sakura kind of sucked anyway. She hadn't gotten a single point of strength after like 6 or 7 levels. Yeah. So, odds are we're gonna get a better Sakura this time around anyway. Even if she's not a great one for a Berserker, she's probably gonna be better. Because, by that point, Sakura will usually have at least 1 point of strength. If not, maybe like 2. I don't remember who it was. It was like King of Slimes or someone. But someone, actually told me that their Sakura's getting like a ton of strength. So it's like, you have to make her a Berserker. You have no excuse. Like, if she's actually getting strength, you have no excuse. Like, I'm making mine a Berserker even without. Felicia's still going to the bench. Most likely. Most likely. Well, after a while. Not like immediately, obviously. At this point in the game, she's still pretty useful, but, as time goes on. Make him do the funny at gunpoint. Do the funny what? Oh, make him reclass. I mean, I think he's already somewhat sold on it, so he's probably gonna do it anyway.
We won't give up.
I mean, like, if you get a Sakura that's actually getting decent strength, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. Ooh, I don't like this. If I miss... Please, Corn, make up for those 90% misses here. Please. We're in kind of trouble if you miss this. Okay, thank you. This has been a very dicey early game so far. But I suppose it makes it more interesting. Alright, let's do this. Dragonstone. Okay, very nice. Oh, and units are unnaturally blessed. For example, Speed Blessed Daros. 0% speed, base speed growth. Yeah, blessed units are very fun. Bless units are very fun. Because you can do things they're not really meant to do. Then with speed, he became Seal. Yeah, he became the Seal. Going to 100% 3 houses, by that I mean to do glitches and completely stat cap a unit in 3 houses? You're insane. But I have to respect you for that, because that takes some that does take some determination to go cap a unit in 3 houses.
I'm with you.
Alright, will Felicia get better levels? Probably not.
Yes.
Actually, maybe she will. If she gets some really good levels, then maybe I won't bench her. But she usually doesn't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Me too.
Statues in the lobby offering +5 cap to all stats. Be like, you use the time travel glitch to harvest stuff. Calendar repeat and healing. Oh yeah, that's true, but that's only on normal mode, isn't it?
We've got this. We're not done yet.
You can only cap stats on the mode that it doesn't really matter. You know, you might actually want to cap stats on like maddening, but there's no way they'd ever let you do that. I mean, understandably, it is maddening, but still, maddening is, you know, maddening is just, it's just stat inflation. It's literally all it is. It's a shame because I feel like if, you know, I bet you there's someone out there who's either worked on or finished or will work on like a mod for 3 houses that actually gives it a good maddening difficulty. Not stat inflation, but like good enemy placement and stuff like that. Like probably something more along the lines of the sort of, if anyone's ever played like the DLC on hard mode, like what I mean is like the what's it called, Abyss or whatever. Not Abyss. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Abyss. But that one on hard mode, it's hard, but it's not like a stat inflation-y sort of hard. Now, I do think it's a little unfair at times, so I'm not saying, yeah, base it on that difficulty. The Ashen Wolves, yeah, that DLC. I do think it's still kind of BS, but I do think a lot of it's more of like, you find it BS because you're playing blind. I do think they should tone it down a little bit, but there's other parts of the DLC, you know, story that I actually think is a pretty good difficulty.
Here I am.
I think it's better than maddening. That's for sure. I think it's a better difficulty than maddening.
We've got this.
Guess I did it right. You'll be
Okay. Dragon Fang, very nice. You're gonna be okay here. I mean, I'm gonna heal him up, but 18 minus 9, that's what, 9? 38 minus 18. Yeah, if we heal him all up to full, he should be okay. The Asher, actually, yeah, that's actually what they are. Plus, I got Felicia's personal, so I'll be fine. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, nice. He dodged both of them. Okay. I love when you do 0 damage.
Let's go. This is my chance.
But yeah, I think, I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely did have a hard time on some of those chapters when I played it first. I think a lot of its difficulty is more of like a first-time difficulty sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of difficulty is like a, oh crap, I don't know what to do here, you know? And then when you come back for the second or third time, you're like, oh, I actually know what I'm doing. Hey, Kirst. How's it going? I think a lot of Ash and Wolves difficulty on hard mode, mind you. From what I've never actually played it on normal mode, so I don't know how it really compares. I had some friends that would play, that we would sort of like play and see how each of us would do. And I was the only one that actually got through hard mode, you know. They'd play like the first few chapters of hard mode and then be like, it's too much. And, you know, I wouldn't call them sissies for it because it is kind of BS. Like chapter 2. Chapter 2 is brutal. I 100% agree. Even though I got through it, I still think chapter 2 on Ash and Wolves Hard sucks. Feeling really nostalgic for the Wii U. Well, I mean, that's not something I can feel nostalgic for because I can't feel nostalgic for something I've never played. Normal, strategic, and fun in normal mode. I do it just because I wanted the DLC. Yeah, you do kind of have to do it because you want the DLC, but still, it is better than how Engage handled their DLC, from what I understand, which literally makes you have to play the DLC every single file. I was trying to save the skill for Felicia, but... Oh, never... Oh, actually, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thanks. But yeah, so I don't know how much of a difference normal is. From what I understand, normal's fairly manageable. But hard is... It's fairly brutal. It's pretty brutal. It really makes you... from what I remember, and mind you, it's been a few years, but from what I remember, you know, it makes you make use of, you really want to make use of the, yeah, I never even played Engage DLC because I heard it was just that bad, and I don't really like Engage to begin with, so, you know, why would I subject myself to that torture? But what I mean to say is that, I feel like Three Houses, Ash and Wolves DLC on hard mode feels sort of like what you would actually expect to find in Three Houses proper maddening mode be like. But instead of stat inflation, it more so is it really makes you make use of a lot of like gambits and stuff like that, like really abusing gambits to help you, because you'll be fighting like a bunch of enemies and they're all aggroing at you and you need to slow them down and chip them down, and that feels like a very Three Houses sort of difficulty thing, is utilizing gambits to their best and fullest and using them at the right time. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what I think maddening should have been. It should have been focused on stuff like that, and maybe to an extent it is, but a lot of it still just feels like stat inflation, and that's dumb. And the thing is, Three Houses could really actually benefit from making like really good enemy placement. I mean, like every Fire Emblem game could benefit from that, but like Three Houses especially because you have gambits, meaning you can get a free turn pretty much by using gambits. A lot of gambits will just like stunt the enemy entirely for one turn, and that's actually a really fun. You know, a lot of people don't praise it for what it is, but that's actually pretty cool. You know, strategy-wise, I like that. You can halt an enemy for pretty much one turn. You know, to get yourself in a better position, to slow down an enemy that you're just not ready for on that turn. That's actually really good, and the thing is, you can usually stun multiple enemies if your positioning is good. So I think Three Houses Maddening really should have been a lot more about positioning and stuff, not stat inflation, which is just stupid. Like, I think Three Houses really dropped the ball there. They really could have made a really good hard mode. One of the best, if not the best. They really could have. And I think it's a huge missed opportunity and just kind of lazy. They just went for stat inflation. I think Three Houses is a bad difficulty. A game that is good difficulty is something like Shadow Dragon Hard 5. But I would disagree because Hard 5 is not really a good difficulty because like the first like 3 or 4 bosses are just really overtuned. Yeah. The rest of it makes you use. See, and that's the thing. I never really got past that point because it's just like this just sucks. You know, I played like the first 5 chapters and I thought this sucks. I don't like it. Maybe later on it does get better, but I didn't like it. See, I would agree that as it currently is, Three Houses has a bad difficulty because you know hard mode is too easy and Maddening is just BS. But I think if they could, like I said, I think if they could do what I was suggesting, and they could instead make it more like placement, and really have to, you know, use your placement and gambits properly, and really make the best use of them. I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be a really good. I think it'd maybe not be like you know conquest tier difficulty that you know everyone praises, but I think it would be really good, and I think it'd be a lot less BS. And you wouldn't. The thing is, ideally, Three Houses Maddening, where you don't need to rely on the you know the Divine Pulse. You shouldn't need to rely on Divine Pulse. Now, I'm of the mindset that I think it's not a bad thing that they put it in the game. But my issue is whenever they balance the game around it. Because, I mean, like, look, you know, as much as people may say, like, oh, I hate Turn Wheel, Divine Pulse, whatever. The thing is, everyone runs into those moments where they're near the end of the map, they get, like, 1% crit, and they're really mad because they frickin' have to, you know, reset the map if they want that unit back. You know, if you're playing an Ironman, well, it sucks to suck. You're not getting that unit back. But, if you're playing more casually, let's be honest, no one actually wants to redo that map. Especially that lane on the map. So, you know, even the most diehard critics of the turn wheel or whatever, they probably would rewind in that instance just because, you know, there's nothing they could do about it. If you want less BS but hard difficulty, do hard. I liked hard 3. I played hard 3 all the way through. I thought it was pretty okay. I don't remember if I used Wolf or Set. I don't remember. I don't remember if I used them or not. I don't think I did, but I honestly don't remember. How about a magic trick? Join the party? Yeah, pretty much. Designed to be balanced, not a core mechanic. Yeah, see, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't know. People say that, like, Engage is less reliant on the mechanic, or I mean, someone will say like, "Oh, it's not designed around that at all." Like you don't need it at all. And look, they use the stupid Fates RNG system, which is one of Fates' few L's, but it is a massive L. Like I was talking about earlier in the stream, it's not just a hybrid. Like people say it is, it's not. There's weird blips in the graph. If you ever looked at the RNG graphs compared. And there's weird blips in it. Maybe they're not that many, and they're small intervals, but there still are, which shows that it's not the same RNG. There's some weird inconsistencies. Fate's RNG sucks. Proceeds to play Rev. Well, like I said, it's one of the few L's that Fates has. But, like, I nearly lost Chapter 6 because I missed, like, 2 90% in a row. That wouldn't happen in most Fire Emblem games, because they don't use that weird RNG system. And I don't know why Engage thought that was a good RNG system to bring back. Like, why? Why would you do that? You know, like, why would you choose... Like, you have 3 RNG systems to choose from, and you choose the worst. Why would you choose the worst? You chose the literal worst. Like, people say, like, oh, 1 RN is bad. No, it's not. Like, it's literally just... It is what it says. Now, sometimes you can be a little misled by that, but I would say hybrid is far misleading, because, like I said, there's weird blips in the graph where it will say, like, oh, you have, like, a 28-30% chance of hitting, or the enemy has a 28 or 30% chance of hitting you, and then it's actually, like, a 35 or 36% chance. Like, that's far worse than, you know, people will say, like, oh, I don't like how, True Hit lies. True Hit lies to fit your perception of RNG. Hybrid just freaking lies. To troll you. Like, I would rather you tell me, I have a freakishly low chance of getting hit when I have a freakishly low chance of getting hit. That's even lower than you've shown me. Because that way I'm not really getting duped. Or at least I wouldn't feel like I'm getting duped. But with Fate's RNG, you are getting duped. You are actually getting duped. The numbers are actually lying to you, and in the wrong way. Like, they're in the wrong direction. Where it's saying, oh, you're more likely to hit than you actually are. You're more likely to dodge than you actually are. You think you are more likely to dodge than you actually really are. That's a lot. Like, that's a really bad sort of lie that no one should like. Take a dice with Emblem Violet's Divine Pulse, though. I forgot how that one works. I assume you mean yeah, the engage one. I can't remember how his Divine Pulse works, but it is RNG, which is really weird. Isn't it like it re-rolls if you miss or something like that? I feel like when a 26 has a 40% chance of hitting. See, that's what I don't like, because that can really screw you over, because you are thinking you have a better chance of dodging than you actually do. That's what I don't like. Like, people say, like, oh, I don't like, I don't like it displaying a 26% chance when I only have a 10% chance of getting hit. Like, well, no, that's actually a good thing, because that makes you more certain to trust that. Because you're even less likely to get hit than what's actually being displayed. When I'm more likely to get hit by than what's displayed, and it's a low percent chance, that's really bad. Because you're playing with the player's expectations, and you're actually giving them worse than what you're saying you will give them. That's really bad. That's really bad. I think more people should be mad about that than they should be mad about True Hit. Because it gives you the gist. Yeah. Like I said, I don't have any issues with well, yeah, I don't have issues with True Hit. It's probably my favorite. But I don't have issues with single RN. I've never really had that big of issues with single RN. I think it's fine. Like, all the times I played FE4, which granted hasn't been much, but I played it and I never really had that much issue with it. I never thought, wow, I'm being really screwed over here. But I have definitely thought that when I'm playing Fate sometimes. I definitely thought, wow, this RNG freaking sucks. Same with Engage. Season 4 on the way. No, not yet. Third time's the charm. We've just been making fun of RNG, like the RNG systems. But yeah, like I said, that's one of the things I don't like about Engage. And it just also feels like a lot of Engage feels like, especially like the early game. Although I won't lie, Engage is not the only game that has this issue. FE6 definitely has this issue, especially in hard mode, where it feels like you miss like one attack that you really need to land, and you're freaking screwed. I hate when final games do this. I really hate when they do that. I know people are like, oh, but you gotta be flexible. Yeah, when I have like 3 units that can fight, and one of them misses, and the game is literally designed around all 3 of them being able to hit on this map, then there's a problem. There's a problem when the RNG is not working around what the game was designed for it to work for. That's the problem. I don't really feel like watching Rev early game, to be fair. No, I don't blame you. Rev early game is pretty boring. I don't blame you at all. I cannot say I blame you. This map is it is. It really is. There's like no real difficulty to it. It's just sort of there, It's just sort of there. It's a long map. It's just kind of boring. Snaky. It's got a lot of treasure on it. It's kind of like the snow map where I can like jump you by surprise. Like the snow map can jump you by surprise and give you a heart attack, but this one's not even like that, even though it's a fog of war. Perhaps the same can be said for all of Rev. Kid named Chapter 19. Should I even train Gunter on this run? Should I even try? Is it worth it? Try to calculate the chance of being Devil Axe in the old days. What even is the equation for that? Like seriously, what actually is the equation for that? I'm not even sure what that would be.
We will not fail. It's not your time yet.
But it's your time, old man.
I'm here to help. Need a hand?
The formula is pick a god and pray. Pretty much.
This is my chance.
Okay. Not a great level up, but I will take it. It is at least strength. The mid units, the time is now, old man. You know what, we can try giving Gunter a level, I suppose. We can try, but I'm not making any promises.
We won't give up. Can I help? I'll protect you.
Yeah, that's like the biggest downside of restarting REV is that you gotta do through the slog of the early game. See if Gunther can survive this time. It doesn't really matter if he can or not, because I mean he's freaking Gunter. Name a more useless unit in REV than Gunter. Name a more useless unit. I mean, like, even though I consider Odin to be the worst unit in REV, at least he can be the father of Ophelia. Gunter can't even do that. Gunter can't even have a child that's actually kind of good. He can't do that.
I'm here to help. Still got it.
I've literally never used Odin. Yeah, he's not really worth using in REV. In Fates, then maybe Xander's Son. I mean, Xander's Son's not bad, but from what I understand, you don't want to do his paralog on Lunatic. But when I used him, obviously not on Lunatic, he's honestly not that bad. Like, he's okay. Has some use, Crit Machine or Ophelia in it. Yeah, they do get a lot of tomes. Like, I don't think Sigurd's really that bad. Now, why would you really use him when his father is pro superior? I don't know. Maybe you're playing on an Ironman. You're well, who does an Ironman of Conquest on like normal mode, where his paralog would actually be doable? Well, you know, whatever. But besides that, so we don't actually want to put him directly in, because that's what got us killed last time. So let's not do that. Yeah, that's true. You do not want to do his paralog on the higher difficulties. Now, I've never seen what his paralog is like on the higher difficulties, so I don't really know. Iron Man normal mode. Well, that's news to me. I didn't know people did. Let's see. I'll just go equip a Dragonstone and we can do this. Better off using him as a Myrmidon. That's probably actually true. I mean, he gets a pretty easy heart seal into it, and he, like, you know, Swordmaster is probably just better for him. I don't know how his stat distribution really is like as a Swordmaster, but it probably is better. Probably is. I mean, Swordmaster is actually good in Fate, so, you know. I don't enjoy putting much thought into my strategy. Well, I guess that might work. We could try this, but I don't feel necessarily most confident about that. Could we kill with Felicia? Yeah, that is a kill. That is 12 damage, so yeah, that is indeed a kill. We could try that.
We won't give up. Need a hand?
Just give up. Okay, we got that. See if we can get kill with Gunter here. I know this is not a kill. I'm not Manx mathing, but if we can hit both of these, like dance and then hit again, then that might not be bad. We do take some damage, but it's not the end of the world. You watched Mang's 2023 review? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I would have to say I mostly agree. That's also because I just didn't really like Engage. I mean, I never played Advance Wars, so I don't really have an opinion on that. I guess maybe if someone, you know, has, then sure, but it's mostly go on the Fire Emblem thing. And yeah, I mean, something we share in common, we don't really like Engage. So yeah, I guess I would agree for the most part. I would disagree on that. I don't even think it has good gameplay, but
Stand firm. Too slow. How did you do that?
I really don't like the ring mechanic. Fates HD in 2024? I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Either that or an FE3 remake gets shot. That'd be so random, an FE3 remake. I didn't play Advance Wars until COVID. It was such a revelation. Final gameplay turned to puzzle because the designers of Advance Wars had to move to Final. Oh, so that's why the gameplay changed. It was because they just took the devs for a different game and put them in. FE3 remake, like a proper remake, not like the FE12 thing, but like an actual FE3 remake with like book 1 and 2. I mean, I guess book 1's not really that necessary, but it would be cool to see like a FE3 remake that's more faithful to FE3. That would be pretty cool. I'm not saying it had to be a 1-to-1 remake, but FE12 was not exactly the most faithful remake. I mean, like, there's some things I do like about 12. Like, for example, actually having axe users in the game. Like, you know, having playable bars and stuff like that is actually pretty cool. It feels kind of weird to play a game with no axe users. It's kind of weird. So, I'm all for them putting in stuff like that. But doing weird things that screw with the balance, like, well, they make, like, Dragonstones not, like, they make Dragonstones not, like, from what I understand, the, Manakins got really shafted hard in the remake, and I'm thinking, like, why did they shaft them so hard, you know? I want a bundle of Awakening and Fates HD. The fact that those are stuck on the tiny 3DS screen is criminal. You can imagine so many people's face for the FE3 remake. Yeah, they'd be like, what the heck? They'd be so caught off guard. What? They told me they're gonna remake FE4, not FE3 again. That would be pretty funny. I'm sure it would cause an uproar, but it would still be funny.
I'm with you. We're not done yet.
Yay!
What a crime to the 3DS. Send it to the Virtual Boy. I just want an actual dragon unit that can feel right when playing. Corrin is in the mix. Yeah, Corrin doesn't really feel like a proper dragon.
Let's go.
Corrin doesn't feel like a Manakete. Nice job, Gunter. Come on, Gunter L. Man, I freaking love Gunter. Said literally no one ever.
We need each other. You're too slow.
I like what Meng said about a new game that returns to a previous universe. Yeah, I would like to see that, but it seems like once they've gotten 2 games per like a universe, they just quit it. Like look, Arcanea never got, I mean, barring remakes, it really only got 2 games. Tellius only got 2 games. Alibi only got 2 games. There's never been anything that got 3. Now, yeah, his argument that it could be, you know, something in the world of Fodlan is possible. I wouldn't mind that. I would like to see something like that. I don't think we'll get it. I don't think it's gonna happen, even though it's very popular, and I think, you know, people would actually want to see that. I don't think it's gonna happen. I guess Awakening sort of returns to Arcanea. Like, it technically is Arcanea, but it's not really. Yeah, so maybe be careful what you wish for. I mean, I think Fodlan actually would have a pretty good prequel. Like, you could do something that's like a distant prequel, like following Lug and the War of the Eagle and Lion. That would actually be pretty cool. I think that'd be a pretty cool game. I would love to see a game like that. I would gladly like to see a game like that. I would love a game like that. I don't think we'll get it, but it'd be like, I know, you know, the engaged shills will try to go and they'll try to go have like me stoned to death or something for it, but I don't really care. I think it would be better than engage. Makes everyone black and trans.
No need to worry.
Don't jinx it. You know they're gonna do it now. You know they're gonna do it. Although I thought that's what Heroes is for. I often joke that like that like people will be like, oh look, this character has a freaking gay alt or something in Heroes. Well, Heroes will make Corrin black if enough fans request it. You do realize that's literally that's how Heroes works, right? It's literally just fan service slop. That's literally all it is. There's nothing like people trying to the people online that try to argue it's like canon and stuff. It's like you can literally bribe these people to go and make a alt or whatever. You can literally just show them that if you pay them enough money, they will make it. So why would you consider this canon? Like, I guess this we out the soy part of the community. I think so. I 100% agree. And some people will make the sort of cope argument. Well, Engage is sort of doing that by not allowing you to full-on marry the character. So I don't think that's what it is. Now, yeah, that probably would help. That might be like one of the few, you know, that might be one of the few W's it has. One of the very few W's, but I don't think it's really helping. Like maybe has at least up till August of next year. the thing is, I don't really get people saying that like the Switch is dying because, I mean, yeah, it's been out for several years, but there still isn't a new console. We don't even have a confirmation of a new. Not allowing marriage and engage was a middle finger to the based and soy communities. Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't really know what to think of it at the moment because, you know, we just haven't really, like, there's not much to say about it. It's kind of tricky, really. It's a weird situation. I mean, yeah, maybe they're slowly trying to wean off that, and so I think that might be a good thing. But if that's just Engage being weird and quirky like Engage is, then that's just kind of dumb. IS is not only attracting the soy, it oozes the soy. Kinda, yeah. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. So, it really depends. I think we're at a weird crossroads here. S supporting doesn't really provide much gameplay-wise in Engage. Just felt like that for community service. Honestly, the thing is, they already started with 3 houses. I know people will say, like, but you can... So, one thing that Engage did do, I do think was actually pretty good, is it made it so you can't really pair up your other, you know, characters. Yeah, the shippers don't like that, but screw the shippers. I don't really think I have much of an issue with having the, you know, the avatar able to marry a character. I don't think I have issues with that, especially, like, 3 houses is already introduced. It's only at the end of the game. It doesn't really affect the gameplay. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. If you do it at the end of the game, where it doesn't really affect anything, I think that's okay. But it does look like they're slowly. It looks like they're slowly trying to get away from it. They're doing it in small steps, but I think they are trying to get away from it. It is possible the next non-remake game might not even have marriage in it. Maybe. But if it does, it might be like a very light kind or something. I don't know. You don't want the support of Awakening or the support of 3 houses. Three hopes. Yes, I was using the warrior support, but the point still... No, I don't like the warrior supports kind of suck. I mean, some of them were really good, don't get me wrong. But I don't really like the warrior support system because, like, some characters have, like, 1 support or none at all, while others have, like, 4. And I kind of get that because you can't run a support for every 2 characters. But, like, this was within house that I'm speaking about. Like, when I was playing Blue Lions, some of the characters of Blue Lions had, like, nothing to say to each other. And they're, like, they're classmates. Like, they should have something to say. But they don't. And I'm just like, well, why do you have, you know, like, 1 support with this guy? Well, then this guy you never... It's not even in your class. You have, like, 3 supports with him. Why? Why does Rodrigue only get, like, 3 supports? But some stale, lame character that has no personality gets, like, 20. You know, why? Rodrigue's interesting. This freaking Ash doesn't need... Ash's entire personality and character can be summed up in, like, 2 supports. High T or M-rated Fire Emblem. I don't think we're ever gonna get a rated M Fire Emblem. I'm, you know, people say, like, the FE4 remake's gonna be rated M. I don't think so. I don't think so. Blue Line supports cooking, nothing, and based. True. True. Like Ash is the only support between Ash and Yuri. I don't even think I've ever seen that. But it's like, it's Ash. It can't be anything that interesting. Like, Ash's character is, I helped an old lady cross the street. I think that's literally what Mang said. Or someone in his stream once said that. It's like his character is just, I helped an old lady cross the road. Like people, like his fans will say, like, oh, how, you know, how mean of you. Like, he's such a nice, well, yeah, but he's boring. Like, yeah, if you were real, you know, like, he'd be chill. He'd be a nice guy. I agree. You know, he'd be the sort of guy you'd probably want to be friends with. But he's really boring. As a character, as a fictional character, he's incredibly boring. That's what his fans were overwhelmingly women. I'm not even saying that as an insult. It's just that he only really appeals to women, which should go to show you that he was kind of written with them in mind, not really so much of actually trying to be interesting. Return to events. Events was actually, you know, I actually wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. It wouldn't be a bad idea. That being said, though, I do think supports, like in an FE4 remake, would actually probably be better. And hear me out, Camaro. I know you probably would be very against that, but look. The weird love system of FE4 is convoluted, and it's very easy to screw things up and not get the result you want. Supports are very easy. You can support this character with either these two characters. Okay, you don't want this one character to support. Don't support them. Don't support them. That's all you gotta do. Like, it's just so much more practical. Not cooking cooked. Look, I know you're gonna disagree with me on this, but look, you can't tell me you've never, not even once, had two characters married in FE4 that you're like, I'm not trying to get these two married, and they got married. I've had that happen to me. It's really annoying. And I'm sure, I know I'm not the only one. You probably have had that happen to you at least once. Don't lie. And it's annoying. You can't ever accidentally, unless you're just very clumsy or just plain blindfolded, do that in the current S support system. You can't do that. So I think it's an example of where you could put a more modern mechanic into an FE4 remake, and I think it would actually improve it. I genuinely think it would actually make it, because it's just less convoluted a way of doing it, and you have full control over it. Here's the mechanics that you can't control without answering in full. I mean, some people would like that. I think it's kind of annoying, because even if you do know, though, sometimes you can screw things up. You can be like, oh crap, I left this character next to the other one for, too many turns or something like that, and it screws you over. I don't like that. I guess maybe it is realistic, but I personally don't like it. I think it's a matter of preference, and I personally don't like it. I don't really like it. I get why it works the way it does, but I don't like it. I don't think it's, yeah, it's realistic that, one person's not gonna have control over, their entire group's, love lives. Yeah, I agree. That's not necessarily realistic, but, if you have too much realism in a video game, I mean, is it gonna be that fun? There's sort of that balance you gotta take. Is the realism? You gotta be realistic with it. Ironically, you gotta be like, well, not too realistic. That's what I mean to say. Especially that the game is centered around the sort of support and child and whatnot sort of stuff. That I think it's really important that you should, as the player, have more control over it. I think the way I interpret it is more that was more of something that was more of the support system in its infancy, rather than something that should be really kept around. Same for the support gimmick. They really need to cook on the weapon triangle. How did a $20 Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorer of Sky become that much expensive? I don't know. You're playing at the beginning? What happened to your last run? Wait, I thought you were here earlier. Didn't I not explain that? I thought I did explain that. So I didn't actually lose the run, but I lost Sakura, and yeah, we held a poll as to whether I should continue or to start Season 3 so I can have Sakura become a Berserker, and people voted, about 3/5 of them voted to use Sakura. Wow, we nearly lost Gunther there. Oh well, who cares? It's Gunther. Giving control to the player takes away. Oh yeah, if they give them too much control, that's a problem, but I think they should have some control.
Let's go.
There was a rigged poll. Hey, I didn't vote in it at all, and there were like an extra 5 people who voted for it in favor of this. So don't blame me. Don't blame me. I didn't rig it.
Listen to your elders. Too slow. How did you do that?
Mailed in YouTube votes. Mailed in YouTube votes. Mailed YouTube votes. Mailed YouTube votes. Yeah, that's getting a pin. Mailed YouTube votes. I should have used my alt. Yeah, maybe you should have. Maybe you should have.
Remain focused. Need a hand.
We can't really do much this turn. That's fine.
You'll be all right. Let me try.
I'm not trying to roast you, but this is a small enough community that I could have somewhat easily overturned the results. I don't even see that as a roast. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. I'm not a big channel. Like, I wouldn't even really consider that to be a roast. It's just me not being a big channel. I mean, yeah, you would only really need like 5 or 6 votes to overturn it. That's all you'd have needed, honestly. That's all you'd have needed. So yeah, someone with a few alts could have probably overturned it. I have no way of verifying whether they're actually alts or anything. Like, I'm kind of surprised that I got, what, like 25 votes to begin with. I was like, 25 people even regularly watch my channel? Who knows, maybe half them were alts. I don't know. I have no idea. I was expecting like 6 to 8 votes, not 25, so I don't know. Maybe someone really wants Berserker Sakura. Maybe someone really wants that. I don't know, man.
We won't give up. Need a hand?
You're not getting crits, are we?
Protect you. I can help too.
I've been recommended videos with less than 500 views. Well, the algorithm is weird, man. Sometimes you can be recommended videos that are small. Like, it doesn't have to be a viral video to get recommended. It doesn't have to be.
We won't give up.
There we go, finally.
Stop me.
But I know someone who can. Alright, yeah, let's kill him. Let's kill him.
We can do this together.
Literally any classic Pokemon game is making bank right now. Probably because everyone longs for a classic Pokemon game at this point.
You'll be all
Alright, that was a pretty good level. Pretty good level. Alright, Gunter, the one thing you actually can do, right, is claim the map. Well, at least this time he did survive the map. Now, I can't tell you he's going to be any useful, but he did survive, I guess. So those 1.5 Gunter fans out there, I cut the second one in half. So there's not actually 2 Gunter fans in existence, but those 1.5 Gunter fans out there, you can rejoice knowing that he lived, even though he will do pretty much nothing of note, but he lived, so you guys can be happy. The spin-offs, probably earlier generations too, doing more performance than the recent entries, but that's just me. I mean, didn't like one of the like lately the spin-offs, even like the modern spin-offs, have been doing better than the modern games, which is just sad. Like Legends of Odyssey has just done way better. And even the frickin' the frickin' Mystery Dungeon remake for the Switch has done better, which is just sad. Like,
What's that?
there's no Gunter fans out there. Someone's dead. One and a half because there were 2 women that liked him, but the second one turned trans. I don't think any woman likes Gunter. But then again, I don't think any woman actually plays Fate, so none that actually count, of course. Is there anything... I guess I can give you fish. Not fish, rice. I probably shouldn't have done that, though, because I won't necessarily get that back. And who knows how long. Should have given her beans. That's because Violet and Scarlet are pure. Yeah, they do kind of suck, aren't they? A Gunter, a Vander, and a Marcus walk into a bar. I don't know how that would even go. And they realize they're too old to drink? I was like, they realize they're too old to drink and left the bar. Gunter was married, so there's one and only one. True. And it's just his wife, and she's dead. So, there's actually 0. What if it says, oh my god. I guess that weird little girl is the reason why Scarlet and Violet still like cupcakes. Weird little girl? Who's the weird little girl? If I learned one thing from VTubers, is that terminally online women do things for grandpas? What? I don't know what VTubers you've been watching, man. Do thirst for grandpas? I have never seen that before. I don't, like I said, I don't know what VTubers you've been watching, Camaro, but I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. Everyone's just like, what? What is he talking about? What is this man on? From the words of the salt, I can definitely say that Scarlet and Violet, along with the DLC, is not worth the money. I've never bought, have I ever bought Pokemon DLC? I don't think I've ever bought Pokemon. As far as I can remember, like, I'm trying to think. I never bought the Sword and Shield one. I never bought the Scarlet and Violet one. Where's my Pokemon Coliseum remake? Who's gonna tell him? I'm still waiting for Pokemon Conquest 2. I'm still waiting for Conquest 2, but no, we need Defective Pikachu 57 first. Sorry, guys. That one, that's the new spin-off that's worth making 8 million bajillion follow-ups on, even though no one actually plays them. But no. You gotta make Defective Pikachu 57. I meant the one with her hair as a Magnemite stuck on her head. Oh, the weird little cosplayer girl. Based Quest? Yeah, freaking love Pokemon Conquest. That is an actual banger game. Legit. I think part of the reason I got into Fire Emblem is because I played it. So, here's my story about getting into Fire Emblem. So, I'd heard about it for several years. Good IRL friend of mine, he told me, like, when we were kids, was like, oh yeah, I have Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I didn't really know anything about it. I was like, oh yeah, Ike's and Smash. That's it. That's all I really knew. I was like, oh yeah, and then Martin. You know, everyone who's gotten into Fire Emblem after playing Smash, I knew pretty much the same as they did, right? And then, like 10 years later, he's shown me Awakening, and I'm like, oh, they got a Fire Emblem game for the 3DS now. Maybe I can go and get it at some point. So that was my first experience. My first experience playing Awakening, I'm like, huh, this kind of reminds me of Pokemon Conquest, which I played when I was like 13. Mind you, I played Awakening when I was 16. And I was like, this kind of reminds me of that one game that I always liked, but I just never got more of. And this kind of feels like that actually finally getting more of that game. So I really enjoyed that. I thought, that's pretty cool. It's too easy, but it's fun. Yeah, especially if you come back after playing like other strategy games. It's a good gateway strategy game. You know, like if you never played like a strategy game before, it's a great gateway game. But after you play like Fire Emblem, or you know, I came back after I played like Civ. I'm like, nah, this it's too easy now. It's too easy now. But it's a good gateway for getting into like strategy games and stuff like that. You know how much of a Twilight... Oh, he freaking hates Twilight Princess. He hates Twilight Princess. I have not found a single person that hates Twilight Princess more than he does. They could have added Erica from Sacred Stones to Brawl instead of Ike. They could have, but I don't know, man. I'm an Ike main, so I don't really want to lose Ike. I've been an Ike main since Brawl, so, you know. I don't think Erica would play like Ike at all. She'd probably be like a really... She'd be more like Marth, probably, if anything. I know it's so easy that it kills the fun after a while. That game needs a hard mode, if not a lunatic mode. I think there's like a mod out there that actually tries to make it harder. I'm not sure how, you know, good it is at doing that, but from what I understand, there is a mod out there that tries to do that. I'm not really a Smash Bros. Guy anyway. I'm more a traditional fighting games like Street Fighter. That's fair enough. I mean, that's fair, yeah. Versus Wario. Wario is such a weird character in Smash. He's such a weird character. It's the most schizophrenic gameplay of any character in Smash. Like I can't find a character with more schizophrenic gameplay than Wario. Genuinely. Just starts ramming around with a freaking bike. Like, what the heck? Why is he like that? Don't say it, don't say it. I won't say it. I won't say it. You picked Wario. I gotta say, I'm quite digging Wario's playstyle. It's just so schizophrenic. Hero's Down Special is pretty schizo. It's a really fun schizo. I like Hero just because of stuff like that. That's actually really fun. In my opinion, it's very fun. I love Hero's, like, down beat. Just, Hero's moveset in general is actually really fun, in my personal opinion. I love Hero's moveset. You can also let Wario can eat anything. Like, Wario is frickin' alligator. He just eats anything. The shake dimension. Do you enjoy that weird Poke fighting game? You mean like Pokken? I remember I used to be interested in it, but because it was only for like the Wii U or... Actually, is it for the Switch? I don't know. But I saw some gameplay of it, I'm like, maybe not. Like, it sounds cool on paper, but it doesn't really look like my gameplay, to be honest. Of course, see, this is a Gunter moment. This is a certified Gunter moment. This is a certified Gunter moment. And this channel, we appreciate schizophrenia. That is true. That is true. I mean, I believe you, Inkling. Well, Maybe Zoran doesn't. I don't know. But I could believe it. You know, I know there's some Wario Mans out there. Seems like Waluigi got shafted in Smash for so long. That wording makes it sound like he's now in Smash, but sadly he's not. Come on, man. Give Waluigi his chance. One of my favorite characters in Mario Kart. And he still can't. The only reason I don't really use him is because he's just so heavy. It actually makes steering kind of tricky. But I do like Waluigi. I mean, I think it's just a wording thing. Maybe it's my misinterpretation. But at least to me, it looked like the sort of wording that you would say, "Oh well, yeah, he used to be out for so long, but now he's." You could make that argument for like King K. Rool or Ridley though. Look at what? What's Peach? What? What? I don't know what that's supposed to be. I have no idea what that what you mean.
We've got this. Here's one more. You have my support.
Should we tell him?
This should
Is it something that I should leak stuff? I've never heard of that.
Oh,
I have never heard of that. I don't know. I don't really follow Mario much, so that's probably why I don't know, but I don't know.
be careful.
Still got it.
You'll be all right. We're not done yet.
Speed and res. Typical. Alright. Hello, #1 fan of Fates. Hope you have a good new year in a couple of hours. Hello, Mr. Superpoder. Same with you. Hope you guys have a good new year. Happy New Year.
It'll be fine.
Of course, I don't think for anyone here it's New Year's yet, because I think you guys all live in the Western Hemisphere. I don't think we... I mean, maybe we have Europeans here, I don't know. I don't think there are any, though. As far as I know, I mean, maybe someone's like, yeah, I'm actually watching from Germany or something like that, but as far as I know, are you streaming until midnight? No. It's only 5 p.m. here, so that would be, that'd be a long stream. I'm streaming to about the usual time. I'll do this map and then I'll do the Midori. Not the Midori. That may actually take till midnight to get the Midori paralog. I'll probably do the Mozu paralog after this. The cloud is upon us, yes. Now this map is a bit easier now that we have Gunter. Like I said, I don't think Gunter's good, but having an extra arm in this does help. Does help. To pay respect for the heroes New Year's con. There probably are. There's probably someone out there. I know that we already established we're in the same time zone. Yeah, we pretty much are. Even though Camaro's on a different continent, he's pretty much still in the same time zone. Or he's like 1 hour off. Or something like that. First Mario Tennis where Waluigi came from. Has Waluigi ever had like a first like actual canon game that he's actually been in? I don't think he has. If he actually is in a canon game, I might actually play it. Just because it's freaking Waluigi. think Camaro was 2 hours ahead. That doesn't he live in like Chile or something? So that wouldn't make sense. That's pretty much. He might be like one. If anything, he's like 1 hour behind if he lives in like Chile or something. Waluigi's Taco Stand. That's not a real game though, is it? As far as I know, it's not. Or maybe it is. I swear that's like a meme or something though. I remember hearing Waluigi's Taco Stand like a few years ago. I don't think it's a real game. It's 20 here. It's really? Okay, I guess you are. You are like 3 hours ahead then. That's crazy. Although I do think South America's west coast is considerably further east than us, but that's pretty far. I got a map in my room. I guess it doesn't look like it'd be 3 hours. Although, yeah, I guess your west coast kind of is belongs to our east coast, latitude-wise. Taco stand, like I got JoJo stand. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, 3 hours is still nothing compared to like if you lived in like Europe or Asia. Just such a well, I don't think I'm. You know, actually, once I did when I streamed on Twitch like a few years ago. I was streaming Shadows of Valencia, and I had a viewer that was actually a Korean. I don't mean like a Korean living in. I mean like a Korean living in South Korea. Like I was like that okay, that's kind of crazy. You usually don't see East Asians in English streams. You usually don't see that. Pretty cursed so you keep track of that. Oh, you mean keeping track of daylight savings? Daylight savings is it's hard to compare. Like when you're trying to figure out the time of somewhere else, you don't see Korean Fire Emblem fans every day. Yeah, you don't. You really don't. What's even crazier, this guy is actually talking about how he played the original guide, or I assume it's a guy. I assume it's a guy, right? He's saying that now that he has his own kid, he's actually telling he's actually like his bedtime stories. He's giving his kid stories about like Celica and Ulm and stuff like that. I'm telling about. I'm assuming that I'm not sure who Kamara's talking to actually, but yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. Like, this is actually pretty wholesome. The thing that was kind of interesting is that he also used the Japanese names. Like, he would say, like, Serica. Like, he'd spell Celica with an R. Which, yeah, I don't actually know what Fire Emblem is like in Korea. I mean, I've not really... It's literally the only person I've ever known who's in Korea and plays Fire Emblem. And I assume they use the... Because he was speaking about playing Gaiden. And it... Given his spelling of certain names, it does sound like he probably played the... Well, I mean, if he's playing Gaiden, he'd have to be playing in Japanese, unless there's a kind of unofficial Korean translation. There might be an unofficial Korean translation nowadays. I don't know. I don't know how big. The funny thing is, I know for a fact there's a Chinese community for Fire Emblem. I don't know anything about a Korean Fire Emblem community, because I've actually seen like 1 or 2 hacks by Chinese Fire Emblem fans. Where's Subby from? He's Asian. He's Singaporean. I remember because I was once in a VC with him and I'm like, what is your accent? And he's saying, I'm Singaporean. So he's probably like Chinese Singaporean, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think he said he speaks Chinese, so I would assume he's a Chinese Singaporean. So yeah, no, you're right though. Subby is Asian. He's Singaporean. Gunter performing well, nah. Gunter performing well, yeah, and other memes you can tell yourself. And other things you can tell yourself, other copes you can tell yourself to fall asleep. I wonder how many NES games that actually that had Korean characters. I mean, the language. That's a good question. I don't know enough about video games in Korea to really know. I don't really have context with Koreans. So I couldn't really say. My brother might know a bit more since he's actually he's worked in South Korea for a couple of years. So he might know something. Literally can't fall off. Well, actually, he falls off pretty easily. That's kind of his problem. He falls off a little too easily.
This one's not afraid to die.
Therefore, 100 out of 10, Jagan. Well, yeah, I guess he can't fall off because he's so freaking bad. He's always just terrible. I know Tekken was pretty big in Korea. I think a lot of like the esports stuff is big in Korea. So like competitive video games, yeah, I do think they're pretty big in Korea. Single player games, I have no idea. Single player games, I have legitimately no idea. That's not what we want. We could go heal Gunter and then try to kill. Is Zura gonna be okay? Yeah, she's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna go heal. Yeah, go heal Gunter. I mean, it still shocks me to this day that, you know, for as small a stream as I had, I actually had a viewer from a country that doesn't really speak that good of English. Like, it's kind of crazy, because, like, if you consider, you know, smaller streamers, you know, they might get viewers from other countries, but they're usually countries that still, typically do have, more English speaking, like, people that speak English as a second language is more common. Like, if you have, like, a viewer that's from, like, Germany or something like that, that's not too crazy, because a lot of Germans speak, English. That's not too crazy, but particularly East Asian countries don't really speak that good of English. So it's it's a lot crazier if you have like a viewer that's from like Korea or Japan or something like that, because those countries just don't really speak that good of English. Korea not only created K-pop. K-plop. I like to call it K-slop because it's just slop. Also, 0.8 birth rate. Well, I mean, yeah. Would you want to raise children when you have K-slop degeneracy everywhere? I wouldn't. It also, okay, that's a little too far. I was thinking of something to say, but I was like, okay, that's a little bit too far to say publicly. I'm like, it's not like they would delete my channel for it, but like, it's probably pushing it. Is better than rap. K-pop is literally just Korean rap. Like, it's like just the same. Like, it just sounds it sounds just as trashy as rap. It's just Google translated into Korean, like half Korean. So back when I lived in a dorm, I had a roommate, and his friends with this guy from South Korea, right? And he said that friend of his said he would, like, they're so overworked over there that he would unironically rather be in a North Korean camp because like the work culture is just so freaking bad. Like, that's the funny thing. Japan is like the poster child for, you know, the very stressful sort of East Asian work culture. But, like, everything that Japan did in its industrialization, South Korea emulated and did worse. Their birth rate's way worse. Their suicide rate is way worse. Their work culture is way worse. Like, it's like they emulated them too hard. They tried emulating them too hard and just ended up doing worse. Because I think that's the thing. Japan has actually been in that sort of rut for long enough that they're actually starting to fix some of those problems. I've heard, I don't know if this is true, because I just heard it in a random comment section, but I've heard that now Japan's, like, suicide rate is actually lower than the US now. Worse than Japan's birth. Japan's birth rate is not as bad as people make it sound like. Like Kamiro said, Korea's birth rate is like 0.8. That's really bad. That's like among the worst in the world, if not the worst. The thing is, Japan's birth rate's like 1.3, 1.4, something like that. It's not that. It's like, yeah, it's not good, but compared to 0.8, like 1.3 or 1.4 is way better. That's what happens when you. Yeah, I mean, Germany looks even worse. Germany looks. I don't know about their birth rate, but like Germany just really got cucked over by America. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, I get you don't want them to, yeah, if it's when it's in living memory has 1.2, not Japan. Yeah, China's birth rate's actually getting really bad too. The thing is, China also is kind of that instance of like copying Japan, but just don't get to an even scarierly worse degree than Korea. If you ever heard of like 996, their work ethic. 9 hour from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. That's freaking terrible, man. That's awful. Really is okay on Western standards, but the West got they want to make them sound a lot worse than they are. Are they not doing well? You mean China, Korea? I mean, like Korea is not like look. Korea is estimated to right now have like double the population of North Korea, and you think, okay, that's you know that's good for them, right? Yeah, but the population's dying so hard out because they're just not having kids that within a few decades, well within our lifetime, they'll be back to like 1-to-1 with North Korea. Because North Korea's population isn't really declining. It's not growing that much, but it's not really declining either. So its population is going to stay roughly the same according to projections. Whereas South Korea is going to go in half in like the next few decades. I mean, so is China, but China's population is a lot bigger. North Korea has a 1.8 birth rate. That's actually pretty good. That's by far the best in East Asia. 1.8 is about... Yeah, 1.8 is actually really good in East Asia. Over twice the birth rate. Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. When you're living in North Korea and you still have a higher... You still have twice the birth rate as the, you know, supposed good country to live in. You know, I'm just saying. Maybe it's not as grandiose as the West makes it sound. Shrinking SS in the middle class. Nah, that was a bad joke. Nah, that probably is actually pretty accurate. I'm just gonna put corn right here. By the way, Peru is the only country in the Americas over 2.1. Well, that's a W for Peru, then. That's a W for Peru. I'm kind of surprised it's the only country in the Americas with that high of a birth rate. Like, surely you'd think some other country in, like, Latin America would have it, right? Like, yeah, I'm not expecting Canada or the US. Yeah, there's no way Canada, of all places, is gonna have a remotely good birth rate. I mean, would you want to raise children in Canada? I wouldn't. But like, I would imagine one of those poorer countries in South America might have it, or Central America or something. Only Bolivia comes close. Well, Bolivia is a freaking Giga Chad country, so I mean, I would expect that out of them. Chile has 1.6. That's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. Colombia has 1.8. So it's all that funny white powder. It's all that funny white powder, man. Internal snow. Internal snow, yeah. Argentina has 1.4, 1.5. Huh. Brazil is low. You'd think Party City, the country, Brazil, would actually have a higher birth rate. But then again, they're all having the wrong kind of parties, so that probably explains it.
That went well.
Party does not equal breeding. I mean, there's some... Well, I probably shouldn't do that on stream. Man, I had to hold back some of the things I would say, because...
This is my chance.
But, I'm just gonna say, I'm kind of surprised, but then again, part of me also realizes it shouldn't be surprised.
We've got this. I won't surrender.
In addition to the low birth rate, most of China's population is still older. The population is starting to... That's what's happening all over East Asia, except for maybe like North Korea. I mean, like, you cannot tell me, you cannot show me an East Asian country that doesn't have an aging problem. Like, you just can't. They all have that aging problem, except for maybe North Korea. It was also the most Catholic and Christian country in America. I thought it was like Mexico or Brazil. Though, yeah, I can't really imagine calling Brazil any religion country, considering how party heavy they are. I guess that every country's birth rate is low. That's not until that's in some parts of the world that's true. But like, have you seen Nigeria? They have like 4 point something births per woman, 4 or 5, something like that. Brazil has the big Jesus statue. I like how you just called the big Jesus statue. But yeah, that's true. Latin America is much more Western than people think. I mean, it was colonized by the West, so yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't be Western, considering it's colonized by overwhelmingly Spain and Portugal, you know. And even a lot of their immigrants since then have been mostly from European countries like Italy, Italy and Germany. So I don't know why people would not expect them to be Western. All you know about Brazil is how the Olympics went down. I didn't really pay much attention to the Rio Olympics. I really didn't. I know it's kind of a big deal because it's like, oh, it's the first Olympics being held in South America. Is South America really ready? Is Brazil really ready? And probably not. From what I understand, their pools were like near like swamps that were like really unsanitary, and like I don't think this is safe. It was a mess. Well, I don't doubt it. Literally, the Germans only did good things when they immigrated here. Yeah, go thank Donlot for that. Him and his people.
I'll help you. Here's one more.
I appreciate the help.
The Germans did good when they immigrated to Texas. That's true, we have a lot of German influence here. That is true. I would say most of the whites that we have here in Texas are usually of like German descent or something. It'd be too simpy, but I do hold Germans in high regard. The thing is, yeah, a lot of people will say like, "Oh, we're overpopulated," but actually, yeah, look. Here's something you can say when people say we're overpopulated. Everywhere that people are actually saying we're overpopulated, where the people are educated enough to say stuff like that, ironically, their countries are probably facing a population decline or even collapse. Like, I never hear like Nigeria saying that, or a lot of these countries in Africa that actually have pretty good birth rates. But it's always like some guy in like frickin' like Italy who's like, oh, we have too many people. You're literally declining in population. You've been declining for several decades. Like, you do not have that problem. Your country is having the opposite problem. You need more kids, not less. Which is what I find so ironic. Like, the people that are saying this are actually in countries where they're probably going to have population issues of the opposite caliber, where they actually need more people. Most of the breeding is from low IQ people. It's not going to happen anytime. Well, see, the thing is, I think a lot of people don't really realize that if you really were overpopulated, the thing is, you're not just like gonna suddenly just everyone starts starving to death. Like, people think that's what happens. It doesn't. That's not how things work. You don't just like wake up one day, oh crap, we're out of resources. No, things will become so expensive before then. They'll gradually become more and more expensive to the point that a bunch of people just won't have kids because they just can't afford. Not because they don't want to, they just can't afford them. And that is true to some extent already in some parts of the world. That is true in like a lot of like really overly populated cities. That's what happens. You don't see like New Yorkers saying they're starving to death. They just say like it's just too expensive. Like I don't understand where people get this idea. Oh, we're just gonna like starve to death and stuff. That's not what happens. Not in the developed world. That's not what happens. Maybe again, if you live in like frickin' I don't know, Senegal maybe, but educated would rather blame those who breed than breeding. Yeah. Quote unquote educated, yeah, exactly. Exactly. When in doubt, trust the presidents. I would not. I wouldn't recommend that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not paying attention?
Especially not right now, yeah. But yeah, I will agree with those people when it's like some guy from frickin' like, I don't know, like I said, some country in Africa that has like a really high, has like a really high fertility rate. Like, I might agree with them like when they say like, oh, we're overpopulated. I might be like, yeah, you from Nigeria, your country might be overpopulated. I might agree with that. Did an outdated IQ test, you got 129. You know, my country's 86 average IQ. I only got something around, like, 130 or so. Oh, I don't know how official it was, but I got something around there. I should do all the breeding.
Reminds me of the old days. Watch out!
Could someone please say in chat what country Nigerians are from? Are you in a pair at the moment? I mean, yeah, Carrero, I think he's... I think he does have a girlfriend, right? Unless something changed. Ironically, though, there's something that's actually kind of a thing, at least that usually ends up happening, is that usually the high IQ individuals are the ones that don't, end up continuing the gene pool. Think about it. A lot of, like, these, these famous scientists like Newton or someone, they're childless. They didn't even get married or anything like that. So... yeah, it kind of is true. The low IQ ones are the ones that end up breeding. Tesla. Tesla also just never really had, and he died without any child. Obviously, that's not true, you know, for every case, obviously, but it's like a skew for those sorts of people. And you know what? Although it probably was because of the heat of the moment, she did say, "I didn't have as many children as you want." Or I said, "I wanted many." So you have effectively Donlot's dream, in other words. I mean, lucky you, because, you know, like good luck finding a woman your age in our generation that actually wants to have kids. Like, all the ones I ever met, like, I don't want to have kids. Like, what? Where are the ones that actually do, huh? Where are they? I guess I gotta go take a plane trip to Afghanistan to find one. She's also part German. Yeah, you just rub it into Donlot. You should just rub it into Donlot. I mean, you got. I think you really struck gold there. I think. Check your local Catholic church. They're usually in favor of children and against abortion. I could, you know, I'm not Christian, but I would say I would know of places that I could look, to find something, similar.
I can help you.
Struck gold. Genuinely though, I think Camaro has. I genuinely think so. Because like I said, you know, he's like he's a few years younger than me, but not much. So you know, same generation, and he managed to actually find a good quality woman, which is unfortunately increasingly rare these days. Better thanks to her cousin, a friend of mine. Yeah, that's how people used to meet. It's through like friends and stuff like that. I think the only was Donlot could be more envious is if Camaro's girlfriend was over 5'6" and has red hair and was a tomboy. That you don't know how he was always going about and wants to start a village. I didn't know Donla wasn't into redheads though. I didn't know that. Yeah, he wants a wife that's taller than him. I would disagree with that. Wants to start. Have you never watched like a stream of his? Like that's the reason why he loves Echidna so much because she will start a village with you. I do feel like I struck gold, and honestly, I do feel I deserve her. I feel this really shows how many men are actually getting way less than they deserve. That's probably true. That's probably true. But it's the sad reality of things these days. Though I will say with Donlot, like the whole like the tomboy, but then also wanting 20 kids. That doesn't really mix. I don't think tomboys are the type that usually want to have like 20 kids. I'm gonna be honest. Based a lot, except for the part of a taller woman. We can't all be cigarettes, can we? That's true.
This one's not afraid to die.
I mean, I get the logic of the taller woman sort of thing, because, like, if you're not very tall, then you kind of want to go and unscrew up your height genes. I kind of get that. Like, I understand the logic there, but I don't really like it myself.
I won't surrender. That went well.
161 centimeters is like 5'5". I don't think it's like 5'5", because I'm about 175. Well, that's like 5... I don't know exactly. It's somewhere between 5'7" and 5'9". Which is not very tall. I'm 6'2", and I want a tall one because I don't want it to look like I'm in public with a child. I mean, yeah, it probably looks more awkward when you're like 6 foot something, but I'm only like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. So I'm not very tall. I mean, in my defense, I am half Asian, so I can pull the look, man. Don't blame me. For my ethnicity, I'm not actually that short. For the average American male, yeah, I'm not. I'm about average, close-ish, but yeah, I'm not that tall. The reason I don't know my exact height is because I've gotten different things over the last 2 years. You know what the soy 5'9" white German Donut is? See, 5'9's not really that short. But he lives in Germany, what is one of the tallest countries on the planet, which kind of screws over his height. If it was 5'9" and frickin' like, if it was 5'9" in like the Philippines, he'd be fine. But like he's in Germany, like the only taller country out there is like frickin' like the Netherlands or something. I'm not even trying to bash the guy. I'm just saying that he's got it rough. Like I said, 5'9" isn't necessarily short, but he's in a country where 5'9's like the bare minimum expected for a man, which makes it a lot worse for him. And that also means that all of the women are taller. You know, it's probably not that uncommon to see a woman over in Germany that's like 5'8", 5'9", something like that. So, you know, he's not very tall. I think you might be like, well, what about in the U.S.? Well, the thing is, the U.S. we got a lot of like Latinas and Asians that are not very tall. They kind of even out the pool a bit. The art of finding the love of your life. You sound like Chloe. You kind of do. I think I know why he likes S. What is SNK? What is SNK? What does it stand for? I don't know what that is.
We can do this.
Growing to the side instead of up. I mean, hey, Donald should like them then. Now that is Donut slander.
Guess I did it right.
That is Donut slander. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, everyone just says Attack on Titan or AOT. I knew he watched some of it, but I didn't think he liked it that much. The donut fat finish never fails to make me laugh. It is pretty funny. Like, it's never not gonna be funny. He does really... I didn't think he actually really liked it. Like, I know he's watched some of it, I don't think he really liked it, you know? Alright, let's pull Orochi. Let's pull Orochi. I've mostly been autopiloting this map. Like, genuinely, I'm surprised I haven't made some stupid mistake. But then again, this map is not very hard. You got really denial about liking fatties? Yeah, no one denies it that hard. No one denies stuff like that hard. We've memed on it very hard, that's why.
We won't give up. I can help.
I mean, look, he literally chose his poster woman as Meg. Like, you can't get away with that. Nothing interesting happens. That's true. I mean, Yukimura is kind of scary, but, like, that's about it. Also, to me, it was, like, first everyone called it SNK back in... Well, I guess I wasn't really online back in 2013. Ask Dawn and Sarah anime characters. Aaron will be mentioned. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be fully honest. I didn't know that. Oh, we got an inspiring song. I love that. That's great. I mean, we're not gonna really use that against. Well, we might be able to use it against. Yeah, we can.
I'll protect you.
Nice dodge. We didn't need it, but sure. No new recruitment or any DLC exclusive unit for this map. I mean, why would there be a DLC unit on this map? Why would, or on any map since they're DLCs? I mean, it's not a DLC map, so. Shinyon Kikaku, what? I've never heard of that. I have literally never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Here I am.
I didn't know Aaron was a cuck, but Mortimer definitely is. What? I still don't get why he likes Mortimer. Like, even playing the entire game, I'm like, why does he like Mortimer? This map felt like a really boring route map and a DLC route path. Yeah, I guess that's why we mostly just been talking about random stuff this entire map, because we gotta do something to take our mind off it. Did I get all the chests I think I have? Because he married cousin? Wait, how's that based though? How's that based? The three houses was similar in a way. New Japan project? Is it like an anime? Is it like I don't know what that is though. Like, I know Nihon means Japan. I study Japanese, but I'm just like, what is this New Japan project? What do you like? What is this? Let's just do this. There we go. Marrying your third cousin is base though, but I mean you barely share any blood, so it's pretty much it's borderline not even incest at that point because it's your third cousin. It's a game company for a long time ago. I've never heard of them. Usually Korn crits in the first one, so I'm a little sad he didn't. At least he doesn't heal. Yukimura, that is. I just healed, but I'm the only one that matters on this map, so. Nihongo Benkyoka. I don't think that's proper grammar. Weeb. You call me a weeb, but you're literally saying that you're literally saying that in Japanese characters. So who really is the weeb though? Close enough, I don't study anymore. Anymore, okay.
All right.
I make my own fate. Lady, it could.
Got him. Wow, near level 14, let's go. Pretty good level. Would be nice if he got HP, but oh well, he's gonna get a ton of HP when he becomes a fighter. Got the point across, and if you ask me, that's effective communication. Oh, that's a fair point, yeah.
Huh?
We done? With that map, you know, it is kind of late, but I might do the Mosey Paralog. I just kind of want to start off fresh with Chapter 9 next stream.
What?
So... Oh, Radio Naginata. I love those. I love... Wow. Man, I've been reading too much Japanese, I guess, so I was saying love. I love the, I guess you're gonna support... I mean, how else do you get Berserker Sakura? How else do you get Berserker Sakura? I gotta go. Happy New Year's. Alright, Happy New Year to you as well. We'll see you next stream for, probably Skyward Sword. But if not, then Chapter 9. By any analysis, marrying third cousins literally just happens to be the absolute best. You seem a little too happy about the idea of marrying, like, specifically marrying a third cousin. That's just kind of... I don't know, man. You really hung up about that. Like, I don't really care, but, like... You've been... Is your girlfriend your third cousin? Watch him be... That's his reason. Watch that be his reason. Lowest divorce rates, high report happiness, good child health, literally the golden zone for breeding. Well, why not someone who's completely unrelated to you? Why wouldn't that be the highest? And for health. She's not related, although I once suspected she could have been. Really? You suspected she would have been related to you? What makes you think that? Or what made you think that, I guess? Oh, what do I need for this? Nothing. I'm just trying to train up Hana and Tsubaki. I know. By any study looking at third cousins literally... That's really random. That's insanely random. My family is messed up, so I'm not going to be giving up my third cousin anytime soon. Our mothers were from the same town, a big town, but not a town. Okay. Should I even try training Hana this time around? I don't know. Maybe. But we need to try to rescue Mozu, at the very least. I'll just put Tsubaki up front, I think. This does help him double, though. So that's not a bad weapon for him. It's not a bad weapon for Tsubaki to have. Just start trying to grind that support, though. Recruiting a new grooming victim. Oh, boy. He goes from third cousins to grooming. Isn't Meng's also one of... I think he's only said he wants to have 2 kids. Which is not a lot. 2 is not a lot. It's kind of just average. Let's get Hana out of there. Let's get her out. Up to an interesting time after finishing Dungeons and Dragons. Hey Phil, long time no see. Yeah, we've been having some pretty strange conversations this stream. But yeah, it's been a while. We're just trying to do season 3 for this and get through this Mozu Paralog. You missed some good topics. If he really wants to know what all he's missed out on, then I guess. But I get the feeling he might not want to know.
Wow, intimidating.
About third cousins. Oh, that was only the tip of the iceberg. That was only the tip of the iceberg, and I don't know, it was just Kameru mostly just bringing this up. I don't know what his fascination with third cousins is, but alright. Hey, Cross. Okay, we'll just go chip him down. I want to give Hana the kill. Happy New Year. I mean, it's not New Year yet, but yeah. Don't kill. Oh, no, you guys are gonna... No! I don't want Felicia to get the kill. Ugh. Felicia always getting low percent crates when she doesn't need them. Maybe we can set up a kill. I love when the wrong unit gets the kill. Watch Gun. No, he doesn't get a crit. Okay, all right. I do know that some people will actually just give their units a bunch of bronzes and brass weapons, which is actually pretty smart in the early game, because sometimes you just want Gunter to set up a kill and not have to crate, because they always love doing that. And that is a good way to guarantee you will not steal a kill. That guarantees you will not crit, which is actually kind of nice. I actually kind of like that mechanic. This is actually kind of a genius idea by Fates. A common Fates W, by the way. Just making things... Shut up about third cousins. He is really obsessed with third cousins. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with this man. He really freaking likes third cousins. It's a little weird, man. You might be a little obsessed. You might be a little bit obsessed with that concept. Which is a really weird concept to be obsessed with.
No hesitation. Allow me.
Read the chat for some good laughs. I agree.
Almost perfect.
I agree. It's just a very... more like incest, yeah. I bet this guy's favorite game is FE4. I bet this guy's favorite game is FE4. I didn't give Hana a single kill. That sucks. Effective reading... This guy is definitely an FE4 player. He's definitely an FE4 player. Alright, first soccer level up. It's not going to be strength.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, but it wasn't a bad level up besides that. I mean, one level up not being strength is okay. She could still, she could still be. There's no R34 tag with third cousin. There probably is. Sadly, there probably is. It might be obscure, but it probably does exist. I even did. Okay, nerd. Everyone, nerd react this man. There's quadruple A runs of FE4, whatever that means. No, actually, this guy actually checked it. Okay, I have some respect for you doing that. That's kind of weird, but you know, like that's actually like okay. This guy actually, you know, he actually checked. I'm kind of impressed. We need to get you guys going before they go kill Mozu. Okay. I'm not sure where we're gonna support her up.
All right, here we go.
I'm not trying to spread disinformation. Yeah, misinformation. So that's pretty noble of you. I still think Chimera has an unhealthy obsession with third cousins. Yeah, Hana's hard to train because she needs a lot of she needs the enemy to chip down the enemies and lower their defenses.
You've helped me grow
That's
stronger.
kind of annoying. If it was one of the two that she needed, that wouldn't be too bad, but she kind of just needs both, and it kind of sucks. There may have not been any R34, but I'm not willing to check DeviantArt. That's where he draws the line. That feeling when my children will have third cousins. So this is wow. This guy actually has a pretty good match, and he's sad that his children will not be able to marry a third cousin. Like this man really this man's not sad that like his child might not be able to meet their great grandparents. No, he said they might not be able to marry their third cousin. Deviant artist for Donlot. If I hadn't pinned Kamaru's comment earlier, I'd probably have pinned that one. I'd probably have pinned that one if I hadn't already pinned something.
Are you okay?
We need to get you guys out of here. Well, not so much Corin. Corin can afford to stay here, but pin that. I think can you? I don't think you can pin multiple things. Replace. I can replace. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Deviant artists are done. Imagine Donlot logs in here. He just happens to check out the stream, and the first message he sees is Deviant Artist for Donlot. I think that's the first thing he sees, just Deviant Artist for Donlot. That's literally the first thing he sees, just Deviant Artist for him. Nothing else. Somebody just send a screenshot of it onto the Dawnclave. I will let Kaza get this. At least start out with it. Alright.
At last.
Oh, nice dodge. Yeah, Kaze and Hana actually work pretty well together. And no, before Kamaru says they're the third cousins, it's not because they're third cousins. I don't think anyone in Fire Emblem is a third cousin, but he's probably waiting to say that. Good on him for not critting. I like that.
Leave it to me. I'm here.
Thanks.
Okay, we've got a lot of enemies down here. Watching some anime with a good copy, good couple. I bet they're third cousins. Yeah. Anytime he sees like some anime couple that has good chemistry, I bet they're third cousins. There's somebody on Folan or Jugdroll that is. Really? Or are you just guessing? Because there actually is someone in Jugdroll or Folan that is third cousins. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but get Kaze in there. Let's get him. I can feel the R34 tag for third cousins might exist sooner or later. Anything's possible in the human mind. Yeah, Chimera's gonna make sure it happens. He's gonna make sure that that third cousin tag shows up one day. He has to make like that. That's his lifelong goal.
Let's go.
Gotta make that third cousin R34 tag. Gotta make that a reality. I'm playing this map kind of messily. Oh god, they're already starting to run over here? That's not good. He's too holy to become a tag. You have some weird ideas of holy, man. You have some weird ideas of holy. Not that I want to join the whole third cousin talk. I was just saying, and just know it. I agree.
Here goes.
What is it with you critting everything? Well, I guess it didn't matter that much. The great-grandchild of your great-grandparents' siblings. Who keeps track of that? The great-grandchild of your great-grandparents' siblings. The cousin thing is a bit odd for me. Same for my smoked duck and watching Fire Emblem. I'm just trying to. He sounds like he's like the guy who's the boomer guy who's like, I'm just trying to grill. I'm just trying to grill, man. Like, even I don't even really know what the great. I don't think I would know, and I'm a Pakistani. Like we have like these massive extended families, and even I don't know who my third cousin would be, and I would probably have third cousins. I know my second cousins, but like I don't even know who my great grandparents were. Even my dad doesn't know. Even he doesn't know who his grandparents were. They were dead long before he was born. I mean, sure. I have no doubt that my great-grandparents have, like, 50 great-grandchildren. Each, probably. But I have no idea who those third cousins are. Like I said, we keep track of that sort of stuff. We keep track of who our second cousins are pretty well. Now, I will say that I don't know if that would count. My paternal grandfather had great-grandchildren that are actually older than me, and I'm his youngest grandchild. Would those wouldn't be my third cousins, though, would they? Because that would be my grandfather. Because he's my grandfather, not my great-grandfather. That's the magic of third cousins. People marry them all the time without knowing. Well, yeah, because no one keeps track of that. No one. Think about it. It makes more sense. Like, it makes sense that it would happen more than you think, because historically, historically speaking, like you live in like a village or something, or like some small town. Those. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's, you know, the thing is, you live in like a small little village, and, you know, people didn't really move from those villages, so, you know, it kind of makes sense that they would still be around in the same place, and so the descendants would also be there, but it's still kind of weird. Okay, we might actually be in more trouble than I thought. Maybe not. Because that guy can't reach us. Let's hit him with the Killing Edge.
It's over.
Okay. That's kind of ugly. Yeah, I wish I'd stop getting these kills. But it's going right into me. Why do you keep talking about third cousins? So you're right. She did show up, but it was just telling me that dinner's ready. That's literally it. Better mute my mic. I just mute my mic anytime that someone opens my door. But no, it was literally just to say that dinner's ready. That's literally it. That was literally it. I promise you. Like, that was literally it. She's just saying that dinner's ready. I have no idea if she heard any of it. Probably not. But even in dinner's ready, stop talking about cousins. I don't think she killed Power Grid. I genuinely don't think she heard any of it. I genuinely don't think so. Stop talking about third cousins. Look, Mom, I was streaming and this guy kept talking about third cousins for some weird reason. It's not my fault. I would not have brought it up myself, but for some reason this guy just kept talking about it. Your third cousin is here for your dinner date? Like I said, my parents don't even know who my third cousins are. Like, even they don't know who my third cousins would be. Yeah, we need to get him helped out. Ideally have Sakura heal him.
I'm with you.
Your mom is actually taking notes. Yeah, that would be a plot twist. But like I said, she doesn't even know who my third cousins would be, so it's not like she could do anything.
Remain.
You're my third cousin's swipe right? This chat's been having some really good quotes lately. This chat's been having some really good quotes lately. We can get a kill here, that's good. Let's do it. Subaki kill, let's go. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. Nah, heal Korin if we can. Get Gunter out of here. Have him, I don't know, have him deal with this. Have him deal with this. And get Mozu out. We do not want Mozu taking a hit. She cannot take a hit. Mozu cannot take a hit. Get her out. Okay, we can go put you right here. Rev is just an excuse to have chat open. Early game Rev is. I will agree. I will concede that. I will concede that. Early game Rev is a slogfest. What Fire Emblem game isn't a slogfest in the early game? I guess like Conquest. I guess Conquest. But like even FE6 hard mode is really freaking boring in the early game. Especially Chapter 3. Chapter 3, I hate. Chapter 3 is so boring, man. Like, it's not hard, it's just really boring. Does anyone else think Chapter 3 of FE6 is boring? I think it's really boring. I think it's insanely boring. Like, it's easy, but it's just like going in just a narrow line that curves around. It's really boring. It's literally just a spiral in a narrow hallway. That's all Chapter 3 is. Like, yeah, comparatively to the other chapters, it is pretty easy, but it's pretty freaking boring. FE4, I didn't...
Let's go.
Its early game is kind of boring.
Watch out.
I don't know, man. I think its early game is kind of weak. Maybe not as weak as some other games, but it's still kind of weak. The reason I don't find Conquest to have a weak early game is because it throws you right in immediately. Throws you right in. Like Chapter 7 on Lunatic, that's already you know, it's already pushing you to the brink already. Conquest doesn't fool around, even in the beginning. Conquest does not fool around. And I would have to say that is one of Conquest's W's, is that it starts you out already with the heat of the moment. Before gameplay sweeps. You know, I actually hated FE4 gameplay when I first played the game. I thought it was like the freaking stupidest gameplay I've ever seen. Now, I did warm up to it a bit, but I do think FE4's gameplay, it's an acquired taste. I will say. I think for anyone who's saying like I can't get into FE4, it's definitely an acquired taste. It's not something that I don't think most people go play FE4 like the first time and they think, wow, this is amazing. If they do, then I'm impressed. If you can play FE4 for the first time and think, wow, this is amazing gameplay. Like, once you learn the sort of stuff you can do only in FE4, it's kind of fun. Kira? I didn't even know you had a YouTube account. Tsubaki might be best for this REV Ironman, maybe. See, people say that, and I would agree Tsubaki's good, but, like, I never get good Tsubakis. I know he can be good. I know he can. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen him on Meng's stream, and I know he's good. Or he has the potential to be good, but I never get good Tsubakis. He always just levels, like, luck and res. Maybe defense. Defense is actually not that bad, but doing a quadruple A run literally shows you why it's so well designed. Well, yeah, but unlike you, I'm not a nerd that does weird ranked run stuff. I made a meme, but there's no way to share it. You can join this Discord, and then submit the meme there. The Discord should be in the link in the description, I believe. It should work. If it doesn't, then you can tell me. But it should work. It should work. From... I'll jump out, gonna sleep. Isn't it just like 9 PM over there? I mean, I guess 9 PM isn't that early, but join the Gormic Chord. Yeah, Gormic Chord, Gormic Bros. Yeah, I think this... Is there even a debate that, like... I don't know, I feel like in my head there's a debate between Rev Tsubaki versus Rev Oboro. I don't know, maybe it's because I just see them as kind of tanky Lance users, but I would usually go for Oboro. I just find her to level better. Maybe it's just a luck thing, maybe it's just my personal experience thing, but like... I almost never get good Tsubakis, I usually get good Oboros. Ninja Oboro? No, not Ninja Oboro, just regular Oboro. Although, Ninja Oboro in the FE6 CMU is pretty good. That is She's pretty good. Ninja Oboro is. I mean, I trained her up. She became one of the best units in my army. Which is, that's typically how Ninja Oboro works in FE6 CMU. Wow, you guys have not gotten it. Wait, did Hana get a level? I don't remember. She got a level, but I don't even remember. Did anyone see what level up she got? I don't even remember what level up she got. I honestly don't know what she leveled, because she starts at level 4, so that means she had to have gone a level, and I just never noticed. I don't know what she got for her level up. She probably got... I don't think she got strength, so that's already an L. She already didn't get strength, so that's already an L. I don't know what she got, but she didn't get strength, so automatic L. Alright, first Tsubaki level. Maybe this Tsubaki will be good. No. This Tsubaki will not be good. See what I mean? I'm not sure if you're still here, IKEA, but this is my average Tsubaki experience. She's such a bad unit that you can't notice her getting better even with good levels. At least from my personal experience. The sad thing is, I've noticed Hana usually gets better levels than Tsubaki. I didn't say Hana is really that good, but she usually does at least level the stats you want her to get. Or at least you would expect for her to get. But I can't even say that with Tsubaki. Like, he didn't even get defense or anything. He legit just got HP. HP, that's it. This is, you know, people ask me why I don't use Tsubaki. This is why I don't use Tsubaki. People might think, oh, he just doesn't like... No, I want to use Tsubaki. I do. I really do want to give him a try. But he always ends up being garbage. Like, hot garbage. Like, just absolute trash. I wish he was good. I wish he would level decently for once. I really do. There are some units I probably would never use even if they were good. Like Setsuna. Well, okay, if she was actually good, I might consider using her. But, like, she's never good. You will never convince me to use Setsuna. But I have been convinced that I should give Tsubaki a try, but he's never ends up being good. That's the sad thing. I want to use him. I was like, male Pegasus Knights or good stat unit. You only get one choice, yeah. Yeah, meme has been sent on Discord, alright. I'll probably check after stream. Let's see. Can Hana get the kill? Hana, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why can't you be good? I mean, we could probably dance her, but this still sucks.
I'm with you.
I could cosplay one of them. You know, for a second, are you actually... So, see, there's someone in a server I'm in
Okay.
with that same name, but her actual name is Kira. Am I mistaking you for that person, or are you someone different? Because I'm sorry, I'm just mistaken. I'm not sure if you're actually that same person or you're someone else. So legit, I thought when I first saw your message, I was like, oh, that's Kira, but I'm not actually sure. If you're someone else new here, okay. I mean, like they haven't been to that stream. They haven't been to my stream, but I know her in Dawnclave. If you're not in Dawnclave, then yeah, you're definitely someone different. Charlotte, Camilla, and Kagero are my favorite characters. I could cosplay one of them. That's interesting. I'm guessing you have... Okay, no. Okay. Since Charlottes aren't usually that unhinged, we're sort of unhinged, just not that unhinged. But yeah, today we've been especially unhinged. So, yeah. Because I was like, wait a minute, but Kira has never played REV. I was like, I don't recall Kira ever having played REV, so that's what's kind of strange. I was like, she wouldn't have played REV, as far as I know. That's why I was like, wait a minute, is this the Kira that I know, or is this someone entirely different? Okay.
quickly now.
Have what? I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. That being said, though, I've actually never really known any cosplayers. Not Fire Emblem cosplayers, anyway. Are we in range? Okay, no, it's just Corrin in range. Which probably isn't the best thing, but we can get Tsubaki in range, I think. That's something large, perhaps. Let's yeah, I think. Yeah, I was like, wait, that's really. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking there. Wait, why is Mozu attacking? Why is Mozu attacking? I'm not even trying to train Mozu here. That being said, I do think Mozu's actually good in Rev. A lot of people are just like, no, Mozu's bad in Rev. Well, why is she bad in Rev? Why is she bad in Rev? I don't know. Why do they say she's bad in Rev? I genuinely don't understand why do people say she's bad in Rev? I don't get it. I've used her in Rev before. I think she's fine. I've used her in Rev Lunatic Ironman, and not on any of the ones that I've streamed, but I've done some trial runs, and I'm like, I don't see why people think she's bad. She's fine. She does just fine. I think as an archer, she's only just a little bit worse than Takumi. She doesn't have the tankiness that Takumi comes with, but she's just about as good offensively, I would say. You know what? Let's give Hana the kill. She's probably not worth training, but why not?
We can do this.
I mean, maybe Tsubaki was just kind of unlucky there. Wow. Man, Hana and Tsubaki have such a bad start in Rev. They really have a bad start in Rev. I mean, I know these guys are kind of defensive, these faceless, but like, they really don't have it good. They really do not have it good in early Rev. They have a rough start.
You'll be all right.
You leave me no choice.
Need a hand?
People might say, oh, well, Kaze also doesn't do that much damage. Yeah, but he chips. He chips, and he debuffs, which is really good. It's really good. So, you know, he's like I always say,
Let's go.
Kaze, I think, is very underrated in Rev. He's, you know, he does a lot that a lot of your other units are not going to be doing. And even when you do get the other ninjas, they're a fair bit later in the game. So, you know, he's got that niche. He's got a really good niche, and no one can really compete with him for it that well, unless someone's found like some weird ninja build that I've never heard of. I don't know. Maybe someone's like, oh, but if you make Takumi a ninja or some weird thing like that, then he's just better Kaze. I mean, maybe. Maybe there's some weird build like that out there. I don't know. But as far as I know, there's nothing that really competes with him. Because, like I say, something that a lot of people don't really refer to is that in Vala, like he does kind of fall off a little bit before Vala. He's still good, but he's not quite as good. But when you get to Vala, there's a bunch of scary mages, and who do you guess would actually have good res to actually deal with them? That's right, Kaze. And so he never truly falls off. He never truly falls off. I find maybe in very late game Rev, maybe. But besides that, I would say he's still pretty good. He still does quite a bit. Did Chet die, or I don't know. I mean, it's been incredibly dead lately. It's kind of weird because just a few minutes ago it was pretty alive. Although I guess this is kind of boring gameplay. Man, we stopped talking about third cousins and now no one wants to watch. Maybe Camaro had a point.
Allow me to join you. Too slow.
Okay, I get the feeling his next level is gonna be better. Whenever we get there. If we get there. I also try to give Kaze some EXP. I'm trying really hard to not give Sakura that much. Because I want her to support Korin, but also, well, I don't really want her to get too many levels as a healer. I really don't. Because if you think about it, if she's not going to get much strength, which she probably won't, then it's a bad thing for her to get more levels until she reclasses. In my Conquest Lunatic, I made Xander a Master Ninja by Friendship Seal with Kaze. Defender with Miraculous Save was great. Xander Master Ninja. That's something. I never thought someone would make Xander of all people a Master Ninja. I've heard of some things like making him a hero for a little bit of extra speed and for getting soul and stuff like that. Or soul. But I've never heard of Master Ninja Xander. That's a new one. Then again, I'm the guy trying to make Berserker Sakura, so I guess I don't have a ton of room to gawk at that. Because yeah, I mean, Berserker Sakura is a bit of a meme, but she's actually, you know, like if you look at her growths, it's like 50% strength and 50% magic growth. So she's actually pretty good as a Berserker. She's not the best. I apologize if you hear that noise. Apparently, so I have like a little group on Steam, and yeah, it gives the notifications down. Now, if you can't hear it, good. If you can, I can probably close. I can probably close Steam actually. I don't think I even have it open, but I can. Wait, no, it's closed. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. Okay, there we go. I can just exit Steam. Wow, it's taking a long time to close. Okay, there we go. Berserker Sakura's full text. Yeah, that's the initial idea I had. Like, that's the initial idea I had, right? You know, okay, you know, she's got magic and strength. She can use the bolt axe, but we can hear it. Okay, well, I closed it, so you shouldn't be hearing it. But yeah, that's the idea initially. But then you realize Berserker's whole shtick is getting crit, right? You know, whole fun of Berserkers are getting crit. Well, unfortunately, the bolt axe can't crit. Now it's a better alternative to the hand axe. The hand axe is really sucking fates, but But it's not bad. Like the bolt axe can be still useful on her. And you know how many other characters are really gonna get that good of use of bolt axes? Not many. Not many. I mean, I guess yeah, people will say like Camilla, but I personally think she's better as a Wyvern Lord rather than a Malignite. But she's actually not got the bad. Her strength is actually not that bad. Is it like yeah? There are better candidates for Berserker. Like Kagero is just a pure raw power as a Berserker. She's kind of overkill as a Berserker. But Sakura is she's fun as a Berserker. She it's funny. So I actually got the idea from whenever Mengs did the Conquest. You remember when he did Conquest Iron? Not Conquest Iron Man. The Conquest Randomizer that he never actually finished. So his Sakura randomized into a fighter, and I was like, that's kind of funny. But I was like, wait a minute, how viable actually is she as a Berserker? I'm kind of curious because I remember her strength growth is not the worst thing in the world as her vanilla class. And so I checked it in a Wifibot, and I found that she has 50% strength growth and 50% magic growth. So I was like, huh, she might actually be pretty viable as a Berserker. And so I was like, you know what, I gotta put this to the test one of these days. I gotta actually try her out as Berserker. And it actually, it's not the best, and it definitely takes a bit to make. I would say it's not even the best build for Sakura. You can just reclass her into a... her Heartsteel class is a Pegasus Knight, right? You can just go and promote her into a Falco Knight, and then she keeps her staves, and you can just give her the Bolt Naginata, and she's pretty much like the Hoshidan equivalent of what Malignite Elise. So yeah, that's probably her better class. So Randomizer or Gunter was a Diviner as a female model, which looked hilarious. Female model Gunter. That's something, yeah. That is something. But yeah, you can sometimes get ideas from randomizers. Like I said, I would have not have probably had the idea to experiment had I not seen his stream. And so, like, I don't even think he used Berserker, or no, I definitely didn't get far enough to make our Berserker, but I think he only used her for like one chapter. And I was like, you know what, maybe, like, I want to see how this could actually work. Like, how viable is this? Like, people always laugh, like, haha, she's Sakura, she's this little girl, small stature. But, she's actually not bad as a Berserker, That's kind of a funny thing. I want to prove people that you can actually make her a Berserker, and she's actually kind of good at it. Okay, I kind of want to get Sakura out of this area, because I don't want her to get much support points with anyone else besides Korin. Let's put you over here, maybe. I know I'm not getting the passive at that point, but... Okay, we can do this. We can do this, because I don't die to that. I just barely survive, but we'll be okay. All right. We can use you as a healer. All right. Yeah, this map always drags on. Like people say that Chapter 7 drags on. I think this map drags on even more. And the problem is, it's in every single route of Fates. It's in every single route of Fates. Skill and speed. Yeah, you're not really getting great levels. This, like I said, this is the average Tsubaki experience for me. I know he's got a 40% strength growth. It's weird because I love using Tana in Sacred Stones, and she always gets strength. She always gets a lot of strength, and she's only got a 5% higher strength growth than Tsubaki does. But she always actually levels really well, but Tsubaki never does. It's so weird. They're actually fairly similar, I think. I don't necessarily know about their other stat distributions, but her strength was only 5% higher, yet she usually ends up nearly capping her strength. Whereas Tsubaki's never get strength. I don't know why. It's only a 5% difference. On average, they should be getting about the same amount of strength. Also probably helps the fact that Tana usually gets a lot of speed, so she's always gonna be doubling things, so even if she doesn't get necessarily the most strength, you just give her like a silver weapon or something. Give her some slightly stronger weapon. She's gonna do quite fine. Tsubaki's never the case. It's never the case. He's good. You think the darting blow helps him, and it does. It definitely does help him, but he just never levels the like. I guess I don't know. You guys, I'm sure, have some sort of unit that like is better than what you get, but you just never get good versions of that unit. Like, I mean, people tell me like, oh, when I use this guy, he never turns out good for me. When I'm like, oh, they're always good for me. There's always that one unit for every player, I think, that just always end up being mediocre garbage, even though they're not usually mediocre garbage. Like, for example, one of my best examples, besides Tsubaki, is like Franz. My Franzes are always crap. I've had multiple Franzes where I have like level 17, unpromoted, and they have like 9 speed. I kid you not. This has happened to me multiple times, not just once, so multiple times. I've had a Franz, this Cavalier in FE8 with 50% speed growth, and he's got nearly base level speed at level 17. I don't know why it happens. It always happens though. I don't know what my Franzes are smoking. I genuinely don't. I think they've got serious issues, but like I don't know. They just always do that. I usually have very good forwards, but I don't think most people get good forwards. Yeah. I usually do find my forwards a little bit better than my Franzes because my Franzes are always so bad. At least my forwards can double. But if I'm being real, the ones that I really like using is obviously everyone's favorite cat of FE8. Kyle. Kyle is, I mean, like, I make it sound like, oh yeah, Kyle is really good, but like, I think everyone thinks Kyle's good, so, it's not really that impressive to say that. But, like, I like how Kyle, at least in my experience, almost always ends up being pretty defensive as well. Alright, she got not defense, she got strength, but no speed. That's kind of weird. For her, that's kind of weird. You don't expect her to have that, but it's whatever. Kyle. You don't like Kyle? Really? Or you're just being ironic, I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which, to be honest.
You have my support.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see if I can give Tsubaki one more level, but I would not be too I would not bank on it being that much better. I would not bank on him getting a little level up. No, I actually don't like Kyle. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Maybe you've had really bad luck with him. That's my guess. You probably have had pretty bad luck with him. Because a lot of Cavs are prone to just getting screwed over. A lot of Cavs just... They start out with very low bases. Their growth units, they rely on getting good RNG. And it's very possible to just not get that good RNG. It's just gonna happen like that. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, come on, hit me. Hit me so Sakura can heal me. Thank you. And we can set up a kill. Very nice. So we can work on our support while also doing this. No strength. Still no strength. Although it's only been 2 levels, so I still have my faith that Sakura can, maybe she can pull through. Maybe I don't know. Am I on copium yet, or is this okay? Am I on copium yet, or is this? I mean, it's a 40% strength growth, so after 2 levels, you're not really against the odds just yet to level something. After 3, you're kind of against the odds, but. Let's get corn in there. Ah, I see the problem. Yeah, we can't really do that just yet. If we want to do the setup I want to do. Maybe I should give Kaze more kills. Because I'm not going to use Tsubaki long term probably at this rate, but I will be using Kaze. So, you know. Okay. Alright. Let's take care of this guy. We'll chip him with Tsubaki, I guess. Okay, let's take this guy out. Yeah, this map just drags on and on. I mean, it doesn't have to, but it's just when you're trying to train up units that do like 2 damage, it's gonna take a while. Like, yeah, you could just sweep through them with Korin, but you're not really getting much out of this map if you do that. You could solo this map with Korin and take like 10 minutes, if even that much. But the problem is when you're actually trying to give EXP to people that do so little damage, yeah, that's when it takes a long time. So yeah, let's just try to give the kill to Kaze, because, well, Kaze wants to get to level 10, like especially before Chapter 9, because Chapter 9 you really want that Poison Strike, you really want it. A lot of bulky enemies, they're just really annoying to deal with, and so yeah, it's just good to have that. Let's have Felicia maybe do this. Start to debuff him. That way that Kaze might be able to actually do some damage. Let's just get Mozu out of here. I'm not training her. I doubt these will do damage, but alright, we'll need a dance for him, so. Azura has 14 strength, that's crazy. Let's have fun? I mean, you're on a battlefield. I don't think your priority should be trying to have fun. Unless you're Perry. I mean, Perry probably would find a battlefield fun so she can kill people, but...
Oh no.
Maybe we can try this? Nah, that's... Wait, no. I mean, that kind of works. Let's try to debuff him and then get the kill with him. I'm not sure that's gonna work, though. Alright, let's try this. It could backfire. We could just go proc something. I think if we proc something, it's not necessarily gonna kill, but... If we got a crit, then yeah, I probably would have. Wow! Amazing Jagan, guys. Amazing Jagan. 10 out of 10 Jagan. Nearly dies to one round against an enemy. And I don't even debuff him, lovely. Don't even get the debuff. Don't even get the debuff. Thanks. Thanks, game. That's just a direct kill. Can we kill with... We can? We can. As long as Corn hits. Thank you. Alright. Alright. Kaze level, let's go. HP, strength, skill, speed. I like that. I like that very much. Thank you. Alright, so finally that is over with. We'll finish the last little bit of the castle, and then I will probably end it off for the night. Let's see. So tomorrow I will be doing Skyward Sword, right? And then the day after will be more Rev. We do chapter 9. Yeah, we'll be doing chapter 9. Okay, we got the Sport Sakura. That's good. That's what we're trying to go. That's what we're trying to get. That's what we were going for. Good job. Good job. Skyward Sword. Yep, more Skyward Sword. Well, I'm out. Have fun out there. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Let's see. Okay, we got skill and speed, although that's not gonna matter. Yeah, we'll just buy a shop. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go do stuff. Mess hall. Yeah, let's get a mess hall. Could be helpful for the next map. All right. Well, yeah. I think that's gonna be. Well, we can go to the private quarters. We'll do that. Probably won't get Sakura. Oh, we will. Okay. Yeah, let's get Sakura. Let's go for that B support. Let's do what we can to get that B support. I know we're not gonna get a B support out of this, but I'm trying to beeline supports with her. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we will end things off. So, I'll go check out your meme. Happy New Year, Phil. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Catch you on the next one. Yeah. It's good to see you. Good to see you back. Yeah. That's gonna be it, and yeah, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or on what's today? Sunday? So either tomorrow or Tuesday.